Good morning. It's just after 6 a.m. Set our alarms for 5:30 this morning, which was a tough wake up because in the middle of last night, I got woken up by one of the guys from the other cabin who came in, knew I liked photography, and said, "You gotta wake up. I know you have a big day tomorrow, but come see this moonlight." And the entire Great Basin had totally cleared up from clouds, and there was a full moon, just so bright. I've never really seen anything like it. You didn't have to use a headlamp. It was absolutely gorgeous. So I'll pop in a couple of the still photos that I took right here. Didn't bring the GoPro. Wasn't quite bright enough for the GoPro, but got some good stills. But I lost about an hour and a half of sleep that I was planning on. So that's a bit of a bummer, but is what it is. Now we are boiling up some water. Our water filter is not really functioning after 2 days in the super cold, so we've got to rely on boiling now. And we're gonna boil up enough water for our trip today, eat some breakfast, and then head out. So our original plan was to go down to Russell Pond, so a 3-mile descent from here at Chimney, and then turn left, north, and head up to Russell Pond. And then the following day, we were gonna go Russell Pond to Nessadnahunk. And I was really excited about that itinerary. It would have been nice and wild. But we got some intel from one of the rangers, Ranger Greg. He said, absolutely do not do the section from Russell Pond to Nessadnahunk. There's so many blowdowns, I guess, from earlier in the winter, but then also this most recent storm. And it's just a no-go. So luckily we were able to switch our itinerary, and today we are headed to Dacey Pond. So instead of going down to Russell and north, we're gonna go down to Russell and south, and it is gonna be a big day. I think something like 18 miles. Luckily most of it is downhill, but 18 miles on alpine touring skis is tough. I would do that on cross-country skis, but oh man, we're in for it today. We just got to the steep descent down to Basin Pond here. We have deployed our brake systems we just built. It's basically a rope that goes under. Here we go. Good luck.
The brakes were phenomenal. Night and day.
Yeah. Last time I came down this in January, I did not have a brake on my sled, and it was an insane descent through that section, because you just, at a certain point, you couldn't even slow down. You were going so fast. But with the brakes on, we had an awesome time. Perfectly controlled descent. We've got another steep section here, and then we'll pull the brakes to cross Basin Pond, and then maybe one more section with the brakes, and then cruise on out to Roaring Brook. Out of Roaring Brook now. The snow has gotten wetter down here. We're having a bit of sticking on the skis. Nothing terrible yet, but a little concerning for what's to come today. So we're hoping we can rip skins and at least cover a lot of miles with just skis skating the flats. Fingers crossed.
Ike and Cam are going for the no skin approach. Here they are, behind me. I've decided to stay on skins because I believe that is still an uphill. Probably can't really tell on the GoPro what it is, but they think they're gonna get all sorts of momentum. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Find out on this episode of Maine the Way. go.
That was our one big uphill. Didn't take any video on it because I was just suffering, but now we've got 3 or 4 miles of consistent downhill. That's gonna be nice. Some people eat goo packets. I've got my Maine pure maple syrup here. Does the trick. Oh, Nelly boys! I'm coming in hot! Coming around your left! Oh!
So good.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we're a little over mile 10 now, and we put the skins back on. It is a different world down here. I've dropped down to basically a tee, a rolled up long sleeve tee, and I'm sweating bullets. It is super warm. The snow is like full on spring skiing conditions. Really hard to believe that this morning we were in our big parkas. Pretty cold. Guess that's what happens when you drop about 2,000 feet. We're hoping to bop into the Tug Pond bunkhouse and eat some lunch there before heading on to Dacey. So, pretty pleased. We're making good time so far, but we're still only about halfway on the mileage today, so a lot more to go. We're here in Tug Pond bunkhouse. Wood stove cranked. Eating some food, trying to warm up a little bit because we got a bunch of miles still to go, but I think morale's fairly high. We had a good morning, and I think we'll make it by dinner time, hopefully. It'll be a brutal day still, but it'll be really nice to be in a cabin tonight, get the wood stove going, make up our dinner. Looking forward to that. A little bit past mile 15 now. The day is dragging. Snow, very wet. Not a lot of glide today. Skins are sticky, but we're moving. We're getting to the intersection to Able Stream and back to Able Bridge where our car is. However, we are not turning down to the car, which is tantalizingly close, but we are pushing on to Dacey Pond Camps, and it is about to be the moment of truth. How many miles do we have left? We're hoping for under 5. We want a sub 20 mile day. There's the sign. Oh, that's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted at all. 8.6 miles.
8.6?
That's bad.
That's hit morale.
that is just brutal. How can it be that far? Didn't look that far on a map. The maps didn't have mileage for the road, so we just had to go off of the old rough estimate. Oh boy.
All right, we're here. We've got about 5.5 or 6 miles left of this, what ended up being more than a 20-mile day. And we ran out of water about 4 or 5 miles ago. So Cam just gracefully on his skis went down to that little stream down there, filled up this water, and now it's filtering out, but it's pretty frozen, so it's a very, very, very slow process. But we have water, which is the best thing we've seen in a long time. And I think it's the only way we'd actually be able to finish this up, because, I don't know, we have at least probably 6 to go, and it's brutal out there. It's been anywhere from 19 degrees this morning to 35 or 40 down low, and the snow is slow and dirty, so it's a trek.
Sun's getting low. Don't think it's too long till we'll have to switch over to headlamp skiing, but we're approaching 19 miles in. This is a slog of a day. Really, really tough. Here's the Elbow Pond Trail. Probably can't even see it. It's the fastest way to Daisy Pond, mileage-wise, but we're opting to take the road here. A bit longer, which is a bummer when you're almost 21 miles into a day, but we know what it'll be like. It'll be packed out. It's fairly flat. What do we have here, boys?
We got the sign for Daisy Pond. That's what we've got.
Oh man.
Can't be far now.
Famous last words.
I think it's like 1.5 miles.
Alright,
Yeah, shouldn't be
I like that.
Yeah.
So tonight I've got home-style chicken noodle casserole and lasagna and meat sauce. And there's no better way to end a crazy hard day of skiing than sitting around a stoked wood stove.
It's 7 a.m. Fire's already stoked. We need more wood.
Things are looking up today.
Things are looking up this morning. That is for sure.
Quite a descent down from Daisy Pond. It's a little chundery snow, but it's manageable. Realizing that a lot of this Baxter video is just going to be us trudging around the park pulling sleds, but that's the reality of this trip. It is going to be a lot of hours trudging around this park pulling our sleds, so hope it's interesting. Cruising up along the Allagash stream. We've got Double Top looming over us to the left. It's a really cool looking mountain. And then to the right we should have the brothers at some point. Haven't really got a good glimpse of them yet, but tomorrow we'll be hopefully summiting North Brother. That's the plan anyway. Almost 5 miles in today, having a quick lunch with a view. That's Double Top in the background. Got some hot coffee, Mike. Oh, that looks good. I think I'm gonna make a PB&J. 7.9 miles in, and we see a 10-mile-per-hour speed limit sign, which always means we're coming into a campground. So I think this is Nasadnahunk. Very, very excited to take these ski boots off, and we're gonna settle in for the night. Despite being the easy day today, it was a bit of a slog, but that's how we do it, I guess. Just feeling grateful to be about to get off of the skis. Woo. Here's our cabin for tonight. Nasadnahunk Bunkhouse. Sunset here at Nasadnahunk Field. It's a beautiful spot. We were all commenting on how it's nice to see so much sky. I feel like it's the opposite of Chimney Pond, where you're so closed in by mountains. But it's really gorgeous here. A beautiful evening. It was 32 when we arrived. Already cooled down a couple degrees, but just a nice winter day. We've got everything unpacked from the sleds. The wood stove is going. We've got water on our stove, cooking dinner, and another great day here in Baxter State Park. Tomorrow's gonna be a big one. We've got about a 3-mile ski down to the Marston Trailhead, where we head up to North Brother. And from there, it's probably about 4 miles, 4.1 or something, up to the top of North Brother. I'm really hopeful for the summit. It's been a bit of a bummer we haven't gotten any summits on this summit trip yet, but it has been one hell of an adventure. We're having an awesome time, and we're getting to experience Maine in winter, which is both gorgeous and fickle and slightly terrifying at times, but really awesome. And we'll be up bright and early. Up early today. It's hopefully summit day for North Brother. It is a cold one today, 4 degrees this morning. A lot different than the 32 we've been dealing with day to day, but that's gonna be okay. I'm sure it'll warm up once the sun's up. We're trying to get everything pulled together right now and hoping to be on skis towards the trailhead by 6 a.m. So hopefully we packed everything last night. Shouldn't take too long here, and we'll be moving in no time. We are here at the Marston Trailhead. Took the pack off. Gonna switch out the ski boots for mountaineering boots. Packs are back on. Mountaineering boots are on. Skis have been stashed in the woods. Don't tell anyone until we come back later. We're climbing out the gate here. The trail is nicely broken out though, which is a huge relief. We had heard through the grapevine of other people out in the park that it might not be broken. So this is great. But already breathing heavy, as you can tell. Good at the limbo. Starting the steep pitch, second steep pitch now. This one's gonna be about 800 vertical feet of climbing, but once we're up it, we should be within touching distance, 0.7 I think, from the summit. So we're making awesome time. It's only 9 a.m. Looks like a beautiful day. Oh, morale's pretty high. Snowshoes are on. Let's see how they do, Mike. Much better grip. Getting absolutely soaked here, trying to navigate through all these trees. And the ice axe keeps getting stuck like that. I'm hoping the trees thin out soon because this is a pain in the ass. Normally I love these higher elevation spruce forests, but this one's a little tight and a little snowy. And while it's beautiful, it is just so wet. Probably should have put our shells on, but by the time we were going to, we were already soaked, so just trudging through. Oh, this is nice.
So this is just regular pretty. Not pretty and miserable anymore.
Our GoPro died due to cold, and Ryan took it for a little while.
Yeah. Took care of it.
What's the battery at now, Ryan?
It was 99%. Took care of the situation. We have some experience here with GoPros up on cold temperature areas.
It's amazing. That is a warm pocket, I tell you what. Well, we're all Gore-Texed up now. We're ready for the next section of tree slogging. Oh, I can't wait till we get up to tree line. This is just horrific. Just panting here. We just went through some of the densest stuff I've ever seen. I couldn't even film because I was like on hands and knees crawling.
There's thick vegetation in there.
Oh man. But this looks like our last branch to go under, and then it looks like the trees kind of fizzle out. We're almost there. There's South Brother, double top. The views are starting to come in. Oh boy. Oh, and smooth sailing. Oh, well, sort of slippy, but okay, GoPro's still gonna have to go away because I need to get my footing. feel like we've had a bit of bad luck on this trip, on our Hamlin Summit day, and then having to do the super long mileage way around because of blowdowns. But today has made up for it. It is just perfect weather. It's fairly warm. Wind's not crazy. Sunny. Great views. Anything to add, boys?
That was great.
Oh.
That was great. Great hike.
I only got one. One of three.
Yeah. There's Hamlin right there. You want to pop over?
Yeah. Woo! King of the world! Slightly lower than Katahdin! But nobody knows that!
Nice work on the hike today, guys. Whew. Only 3 more miles today. Well, we're off like a herd of turtles. Leaving the trailhead. Our skins are super duper sticky on this snow. It's really slow going. So, won't be the quickest trip back. Oh, coming into the South Nahawk field now. That was a hard hour. Mike set a mean tempo at the front. It's what we needed. Oh boy, cabin's gonna feel so good. We've got the sleds loaded up here for our final day in Baxter. We're headed out to the car today. Had a bit of confusion this morning as we set our watch alarms for 5 a.m. Then looked at our phones and it was 6. So we had totally forgotten about daylight savings time. So guess we won't be getting out nearly as early as we thought on the clock, but we are leaving at the same time as far as the sun goes. We are about ready to head out. It should be a 14-ish mile day. It'll be a big one, maybe 15. But there is food and civilization at the end of the day. Our partners, that'll be nice. So yeah, had a hell of a trip in here. Had an awesome time. We've had 3 sled tip overs already on the little descents. Ryan fell and luckily he's all right, but his knee got kind of screwed up. So we're definitely wishing that we had gone the longer route that we were planning on over past Able and down the Able stream. Would have added, I don't know, 1.5 miles, 2 miles, but it would have been easy going. This, on the other hand, is just, oh, I don't even know the right word for it. But I was told before the trip by Ranger Greg that it would either be the trip of a lifetime or a trip from hell. And as Mike just said, I think it checks both boxes. We're having a blast, but it's also just beating the hell out of us. Well, we just had a crazy descent down the Lost Pond. Mike crashed, hurt his tailbone. Made it down by butt sliding. I made it down, but my sled detached and ripped the daisy chains that were holding it. Kind of pissed about that. Ryan's working his way down just walking each piece of gear down, which is smart.
Smartest way.
Yep. This is not the way we wanted to end this trip. It's like comical, but just horrible. Oh, we're down on Lost Pond now. And I think we're about to be done with skis for a while. This has just been absolute hell on the Voss and Knowlton Trail. So we're switching to boots. We're just gonna pull sleds and skis out with boots. It's slower potentially, but it's just a known entity. 2 team members are hurting. I'm pissed about gear. Morale's potentially at an all-time low. And that's saying something. Well, we're literally jogging out with our sleds now. The Voss and Knowlton Trail has been a real pain in the butt, but we're making some headway in our boots. We need to make it back to Portland at a reasonable hour, so we're just trying to boogie. Well, I just signed out on the register. We've crossed the park boundary, and just like a 10th of a mile to the car now. You know you're back in civilization when?
It's a week later, 7 days, 6 nights, a few really fun cruising days, a few total slogs. I am always up for a sufferfest. I try to make it part of my life as usual, but if you're gonna do it correctly, you should do it in a beautiful place with great people, and that's exactly what this week had to offer. Seeing the entire park, or most of the park, was incredible. All the different spots that we slept on the nights were awesome. Self-propelled, getting to and from camp, always a blast. Happy we accomplished it. That's all I got.